Hi there guys, Skylock Vixen here with my first ever tutorial on layering snares.
Not here. Here.
Alright, to start, let's go to the Google Drive link that I left in the description below the video. You can follow the link, go to the Google Drive page, make sure to click the arrow here, hit download, make sure to download the file to somewhere where you know it's going, go to the folder, now we have to extract it. Make sure to take the folder to your library wherever you keep your projects. Now, if you want to open the file the same way I did in the video, you can go over to 7-Zip's website and download it from there. Make sure to pick out whether you have 32 or 64-bit system. Most of you are going to have 64-bit systems, so no worries about it. I personally prefer 7-Zip as it can open all file formats. So now let's get into the project file. Go to wherever you extracted the file to, and let's take a look what I put inside. I included 11 samples for the song, and I included a few samples and 2 MIDI loops that I made personally for you guys, and I think they're pretty good. So alright, so now let's go and open up the project. Go in the project folder, go down, open up the project. I exported the project all together just as one whole thing, and so it exports them as one long audio file. This way it's easy for you guys to put it together the exact same way I did, but if you want to get the MIDI that I made this with, just feel free to comment down below and I will hook up with you and give you all the MIDI for this song. Alright, so let's take a look. I'm going to play it. As you can see, I got 4 layers here on the snares. Now, I did this to compensate for the weaknesses or more or less show off the good parts of each snare. Each one of them provides a different type of movement and a different element to the song. So today we're going to be taking a closer look at how layering can be used to better your snare sound more or less. It can be used to compensate for the samples that are falling short while also providing movement. Layering can be used in all types of sounds, so we're going to have to take a second and talk about what makes up a sound. Oh, well, I was expecting a whiteboard, but okay, darling. How about we get a little bit closer look so we can show these guys what's up. The first part is called an exciter, and our second part is called an object. Now let's think about our snare drum for a second. Now I know you're thinking sound is made up more than this, but bear with me. Now a snare drum has 2 parts. We have the snare drum, and we have the drumstick. Don't worry about the drummer. When you take the drumstick and hit the drum, it produces a sound. The drum resonates, and that's a sound that we really associate with the snare drum. That's what provides the character of the drum, whereas the stick hitting the drum provides more of a punch, more of a rhythm. You know, each part of these sounds provides a different aspect to your song. I'm going to show you a quick trick how you can find your exciters and your objects. We're going to start by applying an effect to all 4 of our snares. So make sure you have them all opened up, ready to work with. try to take note also where each of the snares are. It'll make it quicker going between 1 through 4. Now go over to your audio effects and go over to the EQ8 and drag one EQ8 on all 4 snares. Now normally people would say to solo each of these tracks as we do this, but it's quicker if we just look at it. Pay attention to the levels and at what point along the spectrum you see the waves move. The snare doesn't rise above 0 except right around 500. Now let's look at the second snare. See, this one's rising up over here. Above 1,000. Pay attention to that 1,000 mark. And the spike we're seeing is what you would call the exciter of the object. It is the loud punch that is creating the sound. And this one, nice and pretty much hitting 0, right around 1,000. Knowing which sounds have an object and which sounds have more of an exciter can really help you layer them together. So our first snare, the one I called snare 1, has got the most object out of all of them. That's why I labeled it snare 1. It has the most character. Look at snare 2. I like to call these kind of snares high exciters. Or is it high with excitement? Or am I high?
Huh?
They provide an amazing punch. They compensate snares with a large object very easily. You can have several different sounds with more of an object, and one high exciter is able to compensate for the punch that you're missing out. Which is exactly what I did with this song. As you can see, the first snare has 2 object sounds working together, kind of making an exciter together. And of course this little guy. See, this one exists well without an exciter since there's not really any other sound when it plays. Again, layering sounds can be used in all types of music production. I personally find myself layering all types of sounds in my songs. Doesn't matter what it is. To recap, what we did today is we layered our sounds and we evaluated them with spectrum analysis. Next video, I'm going to take a chance to show you guys how to use a compressor and fix your bass. But until next time, Skylock Vixen signing out.
What up, bitch? I'm stepping out of the trap. Drugs in my system, I'm a swaggering cat. They love what we do when we be bandering tracks from all across the globe, but now we traveling back. They make all y'all feel sweet. Some mumbling misfits, some rumbling dipshits. Wild by passions couldn't fumble and missed it. Baby, don't skip it, we're blazing with pimp shit. Some Brazilians in a lady with limb dick. Been told by most that it's time to go up. That means to us that it's time to blow up. We gone, we bomb your ever tireless crutch. Sigmatic minds, man, it's never enough. Depth in our touch, no intentions to bluff. And we all graduated with this sensuous love. We left in a rush from being misery slut. To follow our dreams, we gave everything up. And when the bass fat, come and bounce the shit. Don't you stay back. We love your wiggling hips, this ain't no lame track. Get dumb in this bitch, we must explain that. We loving this shit, we loving this shit, we loving this shit, we loving this shit, we loving this shit.